Okay, everybody. Hope you watched the interview that we did previous with Ryan. That was really cool. If you didn't check it out, if you did, thanks for watching it. One of the coolest decks I've seen in a long time. But this is the top 8. Forget about the guy that went 4-2. This is the top 8. And we have a matchup as old as time. Artifact Aggro versus Urzatron. Love it. Capital L, love it. Aggro versus Control, baby. On your left is Keith. Keith Hubert. On your right, Justin Provençal. Justin, on Affinity, snuck into the top 8 at 8th seed. It was a clean cut, but he had the worst breakers. Top 8ing a tournament with breakers under 50% is impressive, but Justin did it. 46% tiebreakers. So, turn 1, Drum Ornithopter versus turn 1, Star. Let's see if Keith has a Stirrings. He does. Finding that Tron. Now this is a little tough for Keith with the Tron deck because some of his big mana cards don't do anything, like Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. World Breaker is fine. I mean, it has reach at least. It's fine. It's not amazing. What he really... And, Karn Liberated just dies. He, takes out one permanent and then just dies in the swing deck. It's fine, but it's nothing more than fine. What he really wants... Wormcoil Engine. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Or the big one, Kozilek's Return. Main deck Kozilek's Return in addition to main deck Pyroclasm. If he could slam one of those 4 spells right now, it would be huge. Instead, he just has to crack the map. Map finds mine. Looking at a turn 4 Tron at the earliest. Keith has yet to make a land drop. These players fighting for their share of $1,000, as well as the invitation to the Titanium Finals. Titanium Finals early next year. So Steel Overseer does its thing, and Ornithopter crashes in for 1. So a pretty slow start from the Affinity deck. Justin would like more than this, but this is all he has. He was on the draw. Keith was the number 1 seed. We'll see what Haymaker Keith has here. I mean, it might just be an Oblivion Stone. Blow up 5 permanents. I mean, geez. That's what I'd do. Were I Keith. There are 0 Welding Jars in the main deck. There are 0 counter spells in the 75. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a Kozilek's Return. Now, it's not at its absolute best, right? Because Steel Overseer can sacrifice to Arcbound Ravager, but it will force the sack. Of all these permanents. And Modular gets placed onto the Steel Overseer. Justin thinks that the Overseer is better value than the Ravager. Not sure I agree. I think I might have kept the Ravager around to sacrifice further artifacts. Because you're never going to activate that Steel Overseer, right? I mean, look how many counters it has on it. It now has 4+1s on it. But what do I know? Another Overseer comes down. And go is said. Let's see if Keith can find the Tron. Sphere is a start. Sphere is cracked. O-Stone is needed. Important to talk about this. 3 Galvanic Blast in Justin's main deck. Tron. Worm Coil. See if this is end of turn Galv Blast. No. Big Daddy Worm Coil. What can Justin do? The Tron deck has done what it wants to. It's gotten the fatty out. Steel Overseers get activated. Justin switching gears here. He's now just trying to go big. A little sad that the Blinkmoth Nexus didn't get activated before the Steel Overseers. Not sure what's... Okay. The Ornithopter is getting loaded up. Justin trying to race here. Really, though, have to go back to not activating Blinkmoth Nexus. And wow, Justin punts. You see it there. He misordered his spells. Oh no, Justin. Oh no. No more Metalcraft. Sad boys. Ornithopter is exiled. I'm not even going to go around to correct that exile because that just doesn't matter. Nothing Justin can draw. All over but the scooping. There we go. Misordering of the spells. Unfortunate. It happens to the best of us. I've done it. Every time I enter a Magic tournament, I do it. And Justin knows. He knows it's just one game. One punt. Not a big deal. Easy to come back from this. Easy to recover. Justin gets to be on the play for game 2. He gets to bring in his Blood Moons. He gets to bring in his Thought Seizes. Even has Pithing Needle if he wants it. All about the bad moon. There they are. There is a blood moon on the rise. 2 of them in Justin's sideboard. Gonna be instrumental to victory. I predict that he will need a blood moon in one of the next 2 games to win. Because Keith has cards to side in as well. He has Pithing Needles for Platings and Ravagers and Overseers. He has Nature's Claims and Naturalizes, as well as Thrag Tusk. So I really think that Justin's going to need to cheese at least 1 win with Blood Moon. Probably game 3 where he'll be on the draw. Keith has 1 forest. Keith has 4 expedition map to find it. Keith also has a Ghost Quarter that he could respond to any potential blood moons with. On his own land, this 1 forest enables a Naturalize and 2 Nature's Claims. It's an option. Here we go. Justin on the play. Keith with the Tron deck on the draw. They both keep Ornithopter, Ornithopter, Darksteel, Drum, go. Justin keeps a hand that is quite weak to Pyroclasm. Let's see if it costs him. 2 mana. Overseer. He did not hit a second land. The Clasm would be brutal. Pithing Needle, pretty brutal as well. Steel Overseer, now just a 1/1. 3 mana. Blood Moon. On Respondar. Float green. Nature's Claim. Very lucky for Keith. That had only a 1 in 3 chance of being the Nature's Claim. The third one, 2 in 3. The third one was Naturalize. So from Justin's punt to that, all things coming up. Keith. Overseer declines to attack for 1. Tron piece fetched. Keith, 2/3 of the way there. The other three matches in the top 8, Tommy Kersler battles Nick Starr. Dave Lynn fights Ben Briggs. And Michael DeCoste takes on James Ogier. We'll be bringing you those as soon as we can. If this match ends early, I will try to get them on the stream. So in the meantime, Master of Ethereum came down, powered up the creatures a bit, allowed an attack for 4, not the worst thing in the world. We will see if Keith has a way to remove the Master. Two mana. Arcbound Ravager. A response of Kozilek's return, which does not do a heck of a lot. It only kills Steel Overseer. The Ravager resolves. Now Drum plus Ravager can turn on Nexus. Or maybe not. Justin may have other plans here. Not sure what his last card is. Pithing Needle names Karn, which may have been sided out in this matchup. I think I would have preferred to get in for 2 extra damage with that Blink Moth. Although 2 extra damage. Nine damage. Taken by Keith. He is just a shot away. $7 to 26. And a Ravager there to pose an extra threat. Wow. That was one of the most awkward handshakes I've ever seen. And I've seen Donald Trump shake hands. Wow. That was something. That was some handshake. Because there's still a game 3 to be played, guys. You're not dead, Keith. Wow. So they'll go to their boards again. Tron deck, of course, not going to change much. I mean, he already knew he wanted his artifact removal. He already knew he wanted his Pithing Needles. He already knew he wanted his Thrag Tusks. Same thing for the robot deck, right? I mean, you know you want Blood Moon. You know you want Pithing Needle. You know you want Thoughtseize. You know you don't want Rest in Peach or Grafdigger. So what's there to really think about? A very linear matchup, this one. So the players shuffling up. I think I have to give it to Tron in the matchup. The Oblivion Stone just really, really tips it over the edge. Like, what a brutal card against Affinity. You hit effectively 8 of their lands. Like, you hit 4 Mox Opal, 4 Springleaf Drum, too. Tron piece go. No star, no sphere, no stirrings. Means that Keith almost definitely has another Tron land. Robot, robot, mana producer, mana producer. Don't play the Pithing Needle. Yeah, good move. Good move. You don't know what to name yet. So 2 drums, not ideal. But if Justin can land a threat this turn, he's not in bad shape. Ooh, perfect. Get the Kozilek's return. Get the Oblivion. Ooh. Ooh. That's really gross. I guess Pithing Needle's in the hand, so. So actually, yeah, this is great. You take the Nature's Claim. You Pithing Needle the Oblivion Stone. And he can't cast the Ancient Stirrings. Actually, Justin has all the tools he needs to win. Keith will have to rely on the top of his deck for this game 3. Has to be Nature's Claim. Yes, good. Justin, you may have punted game 1, but I'll tell you what. You're doing your best. Make sure you win the match. All you can do is shake it off. Steel Overseer provides a real threat, and your hand is empty, and you've done all you could. Now you just have to hope that there are no green sources. That is fine. That'll get a green source. It's not great, but it's fine. Still has no way to deal with that Pithing Needle, has Keith. You just have to put yourself in a position to win here. 3 mana. Wow. How about that for a draw? Gets basic forest. So, Ugin will be hard to cast. Ulamog hard to cast. Karn hard to cast. Worldbreaker. All these cards hard to cast. But if Keith can unlock his Oblivion Stone somehow, he'll be in excellent shape. So this game now becomes, can Ancient Stirrings find an artifact way to get rid of Pithing Needle? There aren't many, but there are a few. Can Ancient Stirrings find a Wormcoil Engine? Can Keith survive long enough to make that happen? I don't know. This is a very close game. Pithing Needle is revealed. That'll buy a little bit of time. But only a little bit. That'll get him 1 turn at the best. Still no land drop this turn from Keith, excuse me. Urza's Tower. So Pithing Needle, named Steel Overseer, of course. And passes the turn. Oh, excuse me, the Forest was played, of course. Justin has 5 power in play. Vault Scourge, yep. Doesn't speed up the clock, but you still play it, of course. $13 life. Can Keith find a worm coil? Can Keith find a Kozilek's return? To buy him a little bit of time. Actually, a lot of time. Who are we kidding? Ravager would be a good draw. Cranial Plating, a good draw. Inkmoth Nexus, not a good draw. Down to 7 goes Keith. 7, way different than 6 in this scenario. Does he have a worm coil? Does he have it? No, he has nothing. Now he's drawing so thin. Arcbound does it. Will Justin go for it? I think he has to. You can't give Keith another draw here. Handshake, wow. Wow. Tight match. Tight match. What did I say? One of the 2 games, he'd need the Blood Moon. Probably game 3. Excellent job, Justin. You recovered from the tilt. You kept your head cool. And you move on. You're a little richer for yourself. Working on that $400 first prize. And more importantly, the invitation to the Titanium Finals. You're only 2 matches away, my friend. Now, for everyone else watching at home, stick around because I'm either going to get you another quarterfinal match or I'm going to get you the semis. Either way, keep watching.